I just spent $500 on a desert safari in Qatar. And honestly, I think I got scammed because this cost me $50. Let me explain. Here's what I did. I booked two completely different desert safari experiences in Qatar to answer one question. Is luxury actually worth it, or is it just Instagram aesthetics? On the left, a budget group safari. $50, shared camel, dozens of tourists, the kind of thing you book on a discount website at 2 a.m. On the right, a private luxury desert experience. $500, personal guide, private camp, the whole 9 yards. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the one I thought would be better wasn't. So which one would I actually recommend? Which one's the ripoff? And what did I learn about luxury travel that I wasn't expecting? Stick with me, because the answer might surprise you. Let's start with the cheap one. Okay, so here's how the $50 safari works. You book online, you show up at this meeting point, and you're immediately surrounded by like 40 other people. Families, couples, solo travelers, everyone's here. First red flag, this bus. We're all packed in, driving out to the desert together. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not private. 20 minutes later, we arrive. And I'll admit, my expectations were low. Like I was expecting this to be bad. But here's the thing, it wasn't. Yeah, there are tons of people. Yeah, everything's a bit rushed. Yeah, my camel looked at me like I owed him money. The ride itself? 10 minutes, maybe 15. You're in a long line of other camels. Everyone's taking photos. It's chaotic. But you know what? The desert is still the desert. The sunset is still the sunset. And for $50, I'm literally riding a camel through Qatari sand dunes. After the ride, they serve dates, Arabic coffee, some basic snacks. Nothing fancy, but it's included. There's music, there's dancing, there's a whole vibe happening. And honestly, everyone here is happy. Kids are running around, parents are laughing, people are genuinely having a good time. It's touristy, it's a bit chaotic, but it's also kind of fun, which is why I wasn't prepared for what the luxury experience would feel like. 2 days later, I'm picked up by a private driver. Just me. No bus, no crowds, no waiting. The car is spotless. Cold water, Wi-Fi, air conditioning on full blast. We're driving to a completely different part of the desert, and when we arrive, it's silent. No tourists, no music, no chaos. Just sand, sky, and one guide waiting for me. His name is Ahmed. He's been doing this for 20 years, and for the next 2 hours, he's entirely mine. The camel is decorated, like properly decorated with traditional fabrics and patterns. Ahmed explains the history of camel riding in Qatar, the Bedouin culture, the significance of the desert. The ride is long, like 45 minutes long. No rush, no line of people behind me, just silence, wind, and endless sand. And I'm not gonna lie, this hits different. The budget safari was fun, but this feels spiritual. We stop at the highest point. Ahmed makes tea. Traditional Qatari tea with cardamom and saffron. We sit, we talk, we watch the sun drop. No phones, no interruptions, just this. When we return, there's a full spread waiting. Not snacks, like actual food. Grilled meats, hummus, fresh bread, desserts. The tent is beautiful. Lanterns, carpets, pillows everywhere. It feels like something out of a movie. And this is where I started feeling weird about the whole thing. Okay, real talk. Both experiences were good, but here's what I wasn't expecting. The $50 safari, I laughed more. I met people. I had chaotic, messy human moments. The $500 safari, I felt peaceful. I learned things. I had this deep, quiet, almost meditative experience. But here's the question. Is quiet and peaceful worth 10 times the price? Because let's be honest, both of us saw the same sunset. Both of us rode camels through the same desert. Both of us went home with photos and memories. The difference is, one felt like an adventure, the other felt like luxury. And depending on what you value, that changes everything. If you're traveling solo, if you want peace, if you've done group tours before and you're over it, the $500 experience is worth it. It's intimate, it's personal, it's unforgettable. But if you're with friends, if you're on a budget, if you want energy and chaos and that we're all in this together vibe, the $50 safari is honestly more fun. And here's the controversial part. I think most people would enjoy the cheap one more. I know that sounds crazy. I just spent $500 and I'm telling you the $50 version might be better? Yeah, for most people. Look, the luxury safari is objectively higher quality. Better food, better guide, better everything. But luxury isn't always about quality. Sometimes it's about isolation. And isolation isn't always what you want. The budget safari had life. It had energy. It felt like a celebration. The luxury safari had peace. It had beauty. It felt like therapy. So here's my actual recommendation, and you're gonna hate this. If you've never done a desert safari before, start with the $50 one. Get the experience, have fun, enjoy the chaos. Then, if you fall in love with the desert and you want to go deeper, come back and pay for the luxury version. But if you drop $500 on your first desert safari, you might not even know what you're comparing it to. And that's the thing about luxury. It only feels luxurious when you know what the alternative is. So, did I get scammed paying $500? No. It was beautiful, it was peaceful, and I'd do it again. But would I recommend it to most people? Also no. Because sometimes the best experiences aren't the most expensive ones. Sometimes they're the messy, chaotic, crowded ones, where you're laughing with strangers and your camel is judging you. $50 or $500? Budget or luxury? Chaos or peace? Which one would you choose? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you're planning a trip to Qatar, tell me what you're most excited about. I'll reply to every single one. If this helped you, hit that subscribe button. I've got more Qatar content coming, and trust me, you'll want to see what's next. Oh, and one more thing. That camel from the $50 tour still hasn't forgiven me.